everybody. I hope you're all doing fantastic, you guys. I'm doing fine. I'm Masimbudhi in case this is your first time here. And I make content about lifestyle of a stay-at-home mom and skincare videos. Today, we are going to have a story time. And I'm going to be telling you, number one, why I do not have a nanny. A little story about my nannies. I've had 3 so far. What I have learned, the mistakes I made while hiring, and moving forward when I need a nanny, what I'm going to do different. So I hope this video is going to help you in case you're looking for a nanny, you're in that space. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. In case you do, give it a like. Also, I'd appreciate if you subscribed. Yeah, we almost getting to 5K and I'm excited. So please subscribe, help me get to 5,000 subscribers. So, oh God, I have had 3 nannies or house helps since I started having house helps. Let's begin with the first one. So, this girl, when I got married, I found her already working here. But she was a day bag. I think that's what they're called. In case that's not how they're called, please correct me. But I think they're called day bags. She comes in your house, does the housework, and then goes back to her home. I had known about her because Hubby was telling me about her, but I had not met her physically. So the first time I met her was when we got married. So we just continued. You know, once you find someone in job, you don't now start telling instructions of how you love your house to be cleaned or clothes to be cleaned or whatever. You know, it just continued. But very quickly I realized her work is not good. It's not satisfactory. I mean, cleaning the house, she was really poor at it. And for my hubby, you know, he didn't really have an issue with that because you can imagine bachelors. There is a pile of laundry for a whole week, and then there's dirty dishes for a whole 2 days, and then the house is not organized, and then when he comes in the evening, everything is clean, everything is organized. So he really didn't have the time to go through the nitty-gritty of was the cabinet dusted, or did she sweep under the table, or did she bother to move this chair to clean here? He wasn't bothered with that. But for me, when I'm during the weekend and I'm cleaning, and I'm like, oh my God, this place has never been cleaned, yet I've been paying her twice a week to clean. So I decided to ask her, I decided to tell her, last time haukuosha chini ya meza, I mean si kuosha au kufagia carpet. You know, she never used actually to even sweep the carpet. She just used to clean where eyes can see. You know, so I told her that really offended her, and she went to report me to my husband. I don't know what she was thinking. I think she was really entitled, and she felt, you know, you follow me here. We did have an issue with him, so I mean, what are you telling me? Who are you? That's the kind of attitude I got, and she got offended and reported me. But unfortunately, babe told her, you know, now the house is hers, so you jipangeni na yeye. And in fact, he handed over everything from paying her to just dealing with her, deciding on the days she will come to do the cleaning and everything. She handed it over to me. And then soon after, I quit my job, so I was home. And now this is when I saw her true colors, because number one, she would report really late. You know, those cleaning ladies, most of the time you find they have maybe several homes that they are going. So in my home, she used to come at 5, and she had a kid, and she used to leave him kwa daycare. So she's coming at 5 in my house. She's in a hurry. Oh, daycare itafungwa. Oh, nini. So everything inafanywa in a hurry. hakuna kitu inafanywa vizuri, ni kuguzilia tu hapo, and then she goes. And then when she's coming at 5, she's probably been to 2 other homes, so she's already really tired, she's like exhausted. And I tried to talk to her about it, but she had that attitude, and I think it's just that entitlement of being like, you met her here, you've met me here, like what are you trying to tell me, you know? So soon after I realized, honestly, I can't do this, because I'm trying to correct you, you get offended, you know, and you give me the attitude of, I was actually younger than her, you give me the attitude of like, it's like, yeah, that kind of attitude. I tell her, so and so, please wipe like the wall, you know, that thing from like the floor, the first tile. I don't know whether I'm making sense, I don't know how it's called. I tell her that place, and she actually will not wipe. And I've just told her, and I'm there, I'm in the sitting room, seated, pregnant, so I can actually see what she's doing. I've told her to do it, and she just assumes. Hey, so soon I realized, you know, I can't deal with this. I think she also felt the entitlement of, since you're not the one who hired me, you can't fire me. But hey, she's so fire. Anyway, we didn't end it on bad note. I just told her, the baby is almost here, and I will want more help. I want to have a living nanny. Or can you be a living nanny? Of course, I knew for sure she can't be, because she already had her home and her son. Like, it wouldn't be practical. Besides, we are only living in like a 1-bedroom house, so I knew it wasn't possible. It's called technical knockout. So I just had to let her go, because she can't be a living. But in all honesty, I didn't want a living nanny. I just wanted to let her go, but like in good terms, you know. So that is the first nanny. For this one, I feel like I really can't call it a mistake, because I found her already there. So it was so hard for me to like now sit her down and tell her, this is how I love my things to go. So after I let her go, I had not delivered yet, and so we continued just to be me and Hubby. And Hubby is very like hands-on. He helps a lot. He was literally doing everything and cooking and everything. So we felt like we didn't need a nanny. Mistake number 1. Remember, I was like almost 9 months pregnant, and here we are thinking, baby, you're doing everything, so tuko tu sawa, you know. Little did we know, yani, when you have a newborn, you need help. You truly need help. I didn't know that, but I was so naive. I thought we could balance this because we've been doing it. Babe has been cleaning and cooking, you know. So mine will be just to be the baby, and it's a newborn, so that's like so easy. What? And for me, it was even worse because I delivered my baby through CS, so I couldn't do any other thing in the house apart from the baby. And babe had to go to work. Like, as much as he was going to work from the afternoon, I still needed someone to take care of the baby. At least I get a nap or something, because it's really overwhelming. And for us, we actually didn't think it would be. So we had not looked for a nanny prior. Also, we had realized we love our personal space. And I don't know whether this is something that is in our head. By the way, comment down below if you feel like you really love your space. Whenever I have someone around, I feel I don't have like enough freedom. I can't do everything that I want to do, you know. So that was driving us to saying like, we don't need a nanny, we can manage. Higher, the baby came through CS. The first day we went to the house, oh my god, I remember he didn't even report to work because I was so overwhelmed. He's a baby, I don't know what to do. I had a terrible headache. The baby is not keeping quiet, he's just shouting and crying. Oh my goodness. and then my emotions are all over. I am crying and like what, it was bad. It was so bad. So I think he quickly realized, well, Appa, we need help. He communicated to Julie, and we asked her to help us get a nanny. So we are like desperate kabisa kabisa, because we were looking for a nanny in such a haste, and thank God we found one. Julie helped us and we found one. The following day we got a girl, and she came. She was 18 years, and you know, when you are recovering from childbirth through CS and a newborn, you really don't have time to, I don't know, conduct an interview or tell her anything. In fact, Julie is the one who showed her around and told her, this is the kitchen, this is where, you know, everything is, and Zakazi. So I didn't talk to her at all, when, I mean, in regards to her work. Hiya. So she continued. A few days in, I could see I need to correct this, I need to tell her, and I actually used to tell her. Also, I realized she wasn't good at cooking, so she would just prepare everything and then I go to cook. But I think eventually all this correcting her didn't also augur well with her. She just wanted to do what she wanted to do. And hey, by the way, that time we had just installed Wi-Fi in our house. I think from her previous, when she came, we didn't have a Wi-Fi, and then so a few days in, we got Wi-Fi. That girl would sit like I'm seated here and the TV is there. She would take a plastic seat, sit next to the TV and just control it. Do what? And I am there. I was just like, yeah. I just let her watch, and she used to spend so much time watching. When I tell her, go like wipe the cupboards, she doesn't want to leave the TV to do that. But still, I had not healed and I didn't have another option, so nilivumilia tu. But later on, after like a month, she told me she's expectant, and then she started alluding to like the work, huku kazi ni mingi, work is a lot. Then one day she came and told me her dad is sick, so she needs to travel to Pambani to go see her dad, and that I should pay her, and if possible give her what is it called, pay her, and then she'll come and work later once she's back from Oshago. And I was like, you know what, I have heard this story before from other moms, so I told her, I just have enough for you. You can take a loan somewhere else and then you come and work, I'm going to pay you. And that's how she left, and I've actually never seen her again. So with that one, she was young, and I think probably because of the pregnancy, she maybe felt it was too much. I don't know, it's okay. But also I feel the mistake that I made with her is not to introduce her, just like the first house help. I didn't tell her my expectations, you know, and I still did the same mistake with the third one. So now, mistake number one was, we are looking for a nanny when we are desperate, because this was stayed for I think 1 month or 1 month and a half, maximum of 2 months. So in 2 months time, we were as, yes ma'am, you're still not healed, honestly, so you really need help. And now we are at that desperate phase again. You see those nannies or those ladies who come in the plots and knocking, asking kuna kazi. That's how I found my third nanny. Kuna kazi, kuna kazi, uja ingia. I gave her the work. Of course, I did tell her my expectations, because actually, number one, I was so naive. I didn't know you should sit your nanny down and tell her, this is how I love my kitchen cleaned. This is how I love the sufurias to be scrubbed, you know, toilet, this, you know, that just those basic stuff that at times unaweza shinda mkisumbuania. And then no, once you tell her from the word go, she knows your expectation. So as kama utamwambia tena, if you're going to tell her again, you're just going to be reminding her. But now it's not going to be like you're introducing a new rule. See, the whole of last month you were okay with me not wearing sufurias. Kwani sai what has changed? You know. So anyway, I didn't know you should just tell her your expectations. So I just let her do her work. But surprisingly, she was actually good with her work. She was also a bit older than me, but she was okay with her work. I think the only thing with her is that she was so slow. Not a bit slow, she was really slow. But I didn't mind. I just let that slide. But then now Corona hits. Hey, around February, March 2020. Now this time we don't have enough information about Corona. We don't know what it's doing. People are dying in China and all over the world. Hey, now we freaked out because me and Hubby were here trying not to go anywhere. In fact, even Mike was not even going outside to play. And then now we have this stranger who is coming from some place, Uko. I don't know where she's coming from. Honestly, I got scared to like let her continue with the work because Corona, you know. Also, while she was working, I had become she was like those moms who like have issues. Mbonangu amefanya hivi, tuko na issue. And she was just telling me all this stuff, and I used to help her a lot. So yani ni kama I kidogo cross that bridge of like employer, and I let her tell me a lot about her stories, and her stories zilikuwa zile za oye. Those stories you're like, oh my god, she's telling me aki mama Asha tunafungua nyumba, so I have to pay her and then she'll come and work. Kidogo mama Asha sina chakula yani alikuwa ananiambia na namsaidia. But now even when she went, when I told her now I have to stop you, she was coming 3 times a week and I was paying her I think 500 per day. So when she went, I decided to be giving her 500 a week because you know now she's not working, so it's just something small to push her. But she still kept on telling me, Mama Asha, these any deep stories. Na nilikuwa nazisikia, nazibeba, so I'm going an extra mile to try and help her. And that's something I would not encourage anyone to do. By the way, be professional. Usitaki kujua hizo details za ndani zake. So yeah, actually, by the way, even I think like last week she texted me she's sick and stuff. So whenever I'm able to help, I help. But now I'm not like, I try not to kuchukua hizo stories zake so personally kwa sababu hata zinani affect, and she has stories over and over again. Sometimes I just tell her I don't have money but I'm going to pray for you, which I do. But when I'm able, I do help her. Okay. So yeah, that's my story with nannies. I don't think it has not been super dramatic apart from that first lady mwenye she was so entitled and disrespectful, honestly. But now what I have learned from my experience with nannies, number one, don't look for nannies when you are, make sure you are not desperate. Make sure you're not desperate when you're looking for nanny, because you are going to settle for anyone, you know. If you're expecting a baby, please look for a nanny before. Don't wait for the baby to come to look for a nanny. Look for a nanny maybe even a month before, so that you can be with this nanny, or by nanny I mean Househelp. Be with her for like about a month or even more if possible, so that you can learn her, you can teach her how you want things to be done, you know. And then number two, don't expect that they know, you know. Yes, some know their work, most actually do know their work, but you find this as there is a specific way how you love your shoes cleaned. You don't want them to be soaked for maji. You want them to wipe, and maybe they don't know they should wipe. They think a shoe should be soaked. and then now you start getting angry. No, tell them from the word go. This is how I want my shoe cleaned. This is how I want my kitchen cleaned. This is how I want, just teach them. And then another advantage of this is you are not now introducing new rules huko katikati. All along I've been cleaning the sufurias like this, but now 2 months in unaniambia nisugue sufuria. These are also new rules. I find like what you expect from them from the word go, like from the word go. I've also learned, like, from kids, you should do an interview, and I think that method of kids, I really feel it's a good method of, like, interviewing someone for a week. They are coming, they are working for you, they know it's an interview, but you still are paying them, and then at the end of the week, if you are satisfied with the results, you can hire them, and also pay them through M-Pesa. I have heard stories of nannies who just say they were not being paid. Since you are paying them cash, you don't have any proof, just tell them you're going to be paying you using M-Pesa and stick to that. So I can't wait to have another nanny. I'm not in a hurry because, as I said, I love my space, and right now my baby is 2. I don't feel like I need a nanny. I can handle my work. It's a bit overwhelming, but that's the price I have to pay for wanting to live freely in my house, right? So yeah, it's not been dramatic, but those were 3 nannies in 6 months. I think hao ni wengi. But also, don't be afraid. Another lesson, don't be afraid to hire and fire until you get the one that munaingiana vizuri, because it's your house. You don't have to compromise, like, those things that are so personal to you just because you have to tolerate this. There are things you can tolerate, of course, but have your limits. Kama imekuzidi, don't be afraid to hire. Don't be afraid to fire and get the one you like, more compatible. That's some of the lessons that I've learned. Of course, I'm going to learn more as I continue to hire, but I'm not in a hurry. But now at least I know I am not going to look for a nanny when I'm desperate. I am going to sit them down and lay down my expectation, and I'm actually going to conduct an interview. Yeah, I'll have all that time. I'll make sure I have all that time. Tell me some of the things that you've learned from your nannies in the comment section. I'd appreciate and I'd love to hear that. And let me see you on my next video. Bye.